everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're doing a top 5 of the Symbiote Spider-Man that I have in my collection. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Number 5 is the Craven 2-pack Symbiote Spider-Man. For the head, we have two giant Spider-Man eyes, and on the back we have all black. The whole skull is black coming down to a point. Looks pretty nice. We've already seen the Spider-Man body dozens of times before. It looks nice though, very thin and spindly. Paint for it isn't that great though, and kind of bad. On this little piece over here, you have a sort of scratch. On this piece, it barely even shows and is painted pretty wrong. On the back, it looks alright, but again, more scratching. That's kind of a shame. We've seen these legs before. They're all black. They have pins. There's not much point. Let's just move on. The fists are painted pretty well, but they lack those little dots that Spider-Man really should have. It's a shame. We do have a swivel over here, and we have a hinge that works nice at least. And we also have whipping hands that work fine. They swivel and then hinge, but I think the paint isn't that great, especially on this one. That's a shame. He does come with a sort of battered and bruised Peter Parker head. It looks really great. The scratches on his face are really nicely done, and there's some sort of beat up portions on here. It kind of crunches a little bit, showing the black eye, and that black eye looks wonderful. The tempo is great on this, and the paint is wonderful. Looking really nice all the way around. That's pretty good articulation too. Up, down, swivel, and you get a little bit of pivot too, which is fine for this because he probably broke his neck. In addition, you can also give him this head too. It works fine, has the same articulation, and looks a little bit better for wear. Number 4 is the metallic purple Ultimate Symbiote Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man's head has some huge eyes proportionate to his head. I really love how this looks. There are a couple cracks and craggles in it, but it is a purple symbiote suit, so I'm pretty cool with that. It looks really nice, especially the eyes. Very well done. Yeah, there are some cracks and craggles in it, but I'm kind of used to that. It looks wonderful, I think. The body is very short and squat, and I find that the logo is very short and squat. Really interestingly done. We'll go over that when we get to articulation a little bit, but yeah, this is a very unique body for this figure. I do love the tempo. It looks really nice, and everything is sort of squat and sort of spindly and tiny. Very skinny, very young, very teenage body Peter Parker. The legs are fine. They're in that metallic purple coloring. It looks way better, I think, in real life than it does on camera, which is a shame because this is an awesome looking figure. He does come with the full complement of hands, thankfully. He comes with these wall-crawling hands that look really nice. There is a sort of scuff on this one. That's a shame. You do get a swivel and a hinge out of it. They're pretty nice. He also comes with whip hands that have the same problem. I'm not sure why. You do get a swivel and then a hinge over here, but yeah, that molding mark on each back of hand is kind of frustrating. And finally, he comes with two fists that don't really have that issue of the mold mark, but they swivel and hinge like always very nicely. As far as kit bashing goes, you can put Peter Parker's head from the Ultimate series on this body, and it looks really nice and pretty cool. Fits well also, and is just a nice head to put on this body. It is Peter Parker after all, I believe. You do get back this far, forward this far, a nice swivel, some pivot here and there, and it just looks really nice. This body mold is pretty new to me, so as far as articulation goes, the head can swivel left and right and go back and then forward a lot. You can go up this far with the arm and down all the way around. You get a swivel up here, double hinge elbow over here that has pins in it. You do get back this far, and this thing stretches out. I wish this was lower down on the abdomen and then down over here, looking nice for the back. You do get a swivel for the waist over here and out this far, in this far, up this far very nicely, and back this far very nicely. You do get all the way back, really great with that double pinned hinged knee. Swivel up here, swivel down here at the boot cuff. Haven't had that in a while. Down and then up, not that much, and then a swivel with two peg holes at the bottom of the feet. It is a really nice looking figure. I love how this thing looks. Some really good accessories. This is a pretty good Spider-Man. I like him a lot. Number 3 is the Kingpin Wave Symbiote Spider-Man. I went over this figure briefly in a recent video I cobbled together, but giving this figure his due, I really like how the eyes go over the face. It's pretty interesting and really neat. The head's all black, so that's not much to say, but I do like those eyes. The body has a really cool angular design, like lightning bolts in a way. Really cool. There's diamonds on the hand emblems that look really neat, and it's a normal kind of teenage body that has a little port in the back for a stand or some symbiote tentacles. That's pretty awesome and looking cool. The legs you'd think are normal until you get to the feet. The feet have these little toes that have a lot of sort of scratching potential and are pointed and sharp and looking really nice. This is a really neat looking figure with some good potential for kit bashing. Included with the figure are a pair of fists that can swivel and then hinge really well. They're nice. He also comes with a pair of claws that can swivel and then hinge very nicely. They work really well. The points are nice. It's very rubbery, so you don't hurt yourself, but man, these are cool and great for what's next. As far as kit bashing fashion goes, this head is from the Symbiote Deadpool, looking wonderful on this body. Really nice. It really brings out the sort of Venom in this figure, and I love the head sculpt as well as those eyes, and the teeth are menacing. The back is mostly just a plain skull cap, but this looks wonderful, especially with those claws. And to add to the Kitbashing insanity, I gave him these wing type pieces, or at least these Venom pieces, from an action figure that I don't even know the name of. I got them from somebody that just had them in a lot, and I really love these to add to this figure. If you get a bunch of these wings, that Venom head, and this body with those claws, you can get a menacing army build for some winged Venomites. And if you want an even scarier Venomite, here he is with the claws from the Symbiote Deadpool and make him look even creepier. So either way, you have tons of kitbashing potential with this figure. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Number 2 is Sandman Wave Symbiote Spider-Man. Here he is with the Peter Parker head looking pretty happy, and here he is with the beat-up Peter Parker head looking pretty sad. The head is the exact same as the previous Spider-Man we've seen. The body is the exact same as the previous Spider-Man we've seen. In fact, it's a straight-up remold with a few key differences. The deco for the logo is different on the chests. We have a longer version for the newer one and a shorter version for the older one, but I find that the gap between the legs is where it counts. There is a lot of gap on the newer one, and the old one looks so much better and cleaner in a way. There isn't that much scuff, and it looks really nice. The same can't be said for the back. There is a lot of scuffing on the older one, but I do like it better by sheer virtue of having that logo be much shorter. There also is a slight but marked difference in the tone of black the plastics use. The older one has a much more darker black, and the newer one has a more gray black. It isn't a deal breaker, I wouldn't think, but for me, I think it makes the black look much shinier for the old one. The biggest difference for me is how the hands are handled. The newer version does not have a hole for web flipping on the back of the hand where that white trapezoid is, whereas the older one does. It just looks so much better and nicer, I would think. That little detail would have pushed the newer one slightly over the edge, maybe even being better than the newer one. Just because neither of them come with the requisite set of hands: fist, whip, and wall crawling. Every Spider-Man should have all three, yet these only have two. Sure, the old one is wall crawling and has dots, but it needs the whip hands with the right coloration as well as a little dot on the back. That would sell it for me. Which leads me to number 1, the retro carded Symbiote Spider-Man. I don't even have to tell you how perfect this guy is. You already probably have him and love him. He is a fantastic figure that is well deserving of your praise. Wonderfully done, expertly sculpted, very nicely crafted. This is an awesome figure with awesome paint deco, accessories, and sculpt. Phenomenal. What a winner. He comes with the wall crawling hands that really look good. We got a swivel and hinge on them with some nice minus signs that are pretty cool. Again, with the minus signs that look pretty cool. No dots though, that's a shame. He comes with fists that look really great, a swivel, and then a hinge looking awesome. And of course, the whip hands that can swivel and hinge with, again, those minus signs that look really great. He has the full complement, the full Monty, the full house of Spider-Man hands. For some quick articulation, you do get a swivel over here, back and forward really nicely all the way around, up and down all the way around for this arm over here. Butterfly joint too, really nice in and out. Swivel, hinge over here, double hinged, and a nice around over here. Just watch out for scuffing the white. I'm being very gentle and careful. This is nice though, back over here, forward over here for down. You can get it in some nice posing left and right, but it does break up the sculpt a bit. Down over here and up over there for the hip, and up this far when you have it down, and back this far when you have it down, and then up this far when you have it up, back this far when you have it up, and up over here with the knee, and you get a swivel up here, swivel down here, down and up, and a pivot with 2 pegals on the feet, and the logos too. This is an excellent figure, a really phenomenal one. If you didn't pick this up last year, shame on you. It is wonderful and an excellent Spider-Man, especially if you like the animated series molds and bucks. I'm leaning more towards it. How about you? He's awesome. As far as scaling goes, the Spider-Man from the 2-pack stands at about 6 inches tall or so. The Ultimate Spider-Man in purple stands at about 5.5 inches tall, maybe 5.25. The Spider-Man Symbiote stands at about 6 inches tall, the one that fights Red Goblin. The single-pack Sandman standing at 6 inches, slightly above. And finally, the retro carded Spider-Man stands at about just above 6 inches tall or so. They look wonderful together, and they would probably make for a super cool team to kick some symbiote butt. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. Well guys, it's finally glad to be here, back at the weekly Spider-Man meeting. I can't wait to see you all and your bright red and blue outfits. And black. Overall, isn't Symbiote Spider-Man the greatest? The Craven 2-pack Spider-Man isn't the best out of all of these, it's just okay. The color is more of a smoky gray rather than a deep black. The paint isn't that great on the chest, and I just find the accessories to be lackluster without the paint for that dot. The Ultimate Spider-Man in the new 5-pack, probably now discounted, looks really nice, yet he's kind of puny and small, and even though the logo on his chest isn't really that great, I still love the coloration and the awesome accessories. The Kingpin Wave Spider-Man looks really great, and I love the Kitbash potential with him. He's awesome and a great refreshing take on Symbiote Spider-Man. The Sandman Wave Symbiote Spider-Man was one of the greatest. He has the dots on his hands, he has some really nice paint deco, and some awesome sculpting, as well as that really nice matte black finish to him. However, he is not the best as far as recently goes. With the number one being the retro, there's no surprise. He comes with the correct amount of hands. He comes with an amazing sculpt, paint, and coloration. He's just basically perfect in every way and wonderful. Sure, he's missing those dots, but you can't have it all. This is a fantastic Spider-Man, and I highly recommend getting him or any of these that tickle your fancy. But make no mistake that with unchecked aggression that Symbiote Spider-Man has comes an unchecked love for these figures. So which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching and keep being creative. Stay tuned.